Welcome to Books to Change. I'm here with another fantastic recommendation. I bought this book, How to Kill a City, at City Lights Bookshop in on the edges, I think, of Chinatown in San Francisco. I was lucky enough to be there in June, and I stopped into this bookstore, and the title intrigued me. The writing in the book is, quite frankly, amazing. This book goes through almost I guess a pretty deep case study on the history behind San Francisco, New York City, Detroit, and New Orleans, and what has impacted those cities over the years, because it's about gentrification, inequality, and the fight for the neighborhood. But it really reveals that this fight, um, and I always balk against the word fight, but this situation has not occurred in the last 5 years or 10 years. It's actually been decades in the making. And so we have to commit to decades of unmaking it. The fact is that we often, and there are a couple of big truths I've taken out of this book. One is that we invite developers in by enticing them with tax credits. They develop without a whole lot of input from the community. That dearth of tax money actually makes the city more impoverished and can't devote resources to trees and bioswales and upgrading sidewalks and proper maintenance of the public spaces. It's a continuing downward spiral that is just facilitated by the fact that we want affordable housing in our communities. But instead of identifying that and building that idea ourselves, we're reliant on the developer approach. And I'm not meaning to say all developers are horrible, but the process itself is fairly horrible. So that's just one example. I never write in books and I never fold over corners of pages, but I found myself doing that repeatedly in this book, folding over tons of corners. I'm not going to go through and pull them all out. But one quote, gentrification can be subtler than ramming a highway through a neighborhood, but its effects and in the logic of the growth machine, its intents are often similar. When a poor neighborhood is viewed as having more potential for profit, politicians and industry work hard to change how that neighborhood is used to increase its exchange value. That's another key point. When we start talking about exchange value, commoditizing our neighborhoods instead of experiential value to the communities that are there, that changes the whole dynamic. Now, I'm part of the Albany Riverfront Collaborative in Albany, New York, trying to talk about reducing a highway system and reconnecting communities. And we're also falling into the mindset a little bit that we'll develop the opened up land and the development will solve all of our problems. But we have to be careful because development does not solve all those problems. It can exacerbate them if it's not done from the community need basis with community voices, with full agency in the work. So I got a ton out of this, a lot of facts, a lot of be careful messages, a lot of spirited ideation about what could be. This was written, I think, in 2015, so it's a little bit out of date regarding what we discovered during COVID, but no less powerful for that. So check out your local bookstore and buy this book and let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Thanks for watching Subject to Change, Books to Change. Please share ideas with us so that we can review more books and have more great conversations.